Your competitors now, if you are in this medical, travel, hospitality, entertainment, restaurant business, your competitors around the country, they close. Some of them will not open their doors because they don't behave in the right way. They don't do right things now. Okay, how to survive if you are in medical, travel, hospitality, entertainment, restaurant business? First, there are no good news for a while, at least for 2 months. Unfortunately, people don't travel, or they almost don't travel, or a lot of medical offices around the country are closed because they don't provide emergency service, and all this entertainment, amusement parks, or some entertainment company, some special events company, they all struggle because they're closed. In the restaurant, they close their doors. And for a while, for 2 months, of course, these businesses, they stay closed. It's clear. And the most important thing for this period of time is to keep your most skillful employees, to support them, and you have to pay them something. You have to support them somehow, because in most of areas, and when it comes to travel, when it comes to events, when it comes to restaurants, we have deferred demand. So if people, they have this habit to travel. For example, me and my wife, we travel twice per year. One time per year, we travel for some big city tour, and one time we travel for some tropical country just to relax. And even now, in this situation, we are not going to cancel our trips. We just postpone them a little because of these circumstances. And I believe there are so many people. Of course, when it comes to this deferred demand, it's not 100%. For example, like last year, for this period of time, we had 1,000 clients, and it means they all postpone their services. No, of course, it doesn't work this way. But from another angle, you are not only one company on the market, and you don't deal with all the customers. And your competitors now, if you are in this medical, travel, hospitality, entertainment, restaurant business, your competitors around the country, they close. Some of them will not open their doors because they don't behave in the right way. They don't do right things now. For example, they lose their employees forever. And these employees, they're looking for another place to work. So first, try to keep your most skillful employees, because it's too expensive to lose them. And if you don't provide them with some job, I'm going to tell you a little bit how to load them with some activities during this time. But if you don't load them at all, you lose them, and you will not use this, and you will not really get any advantages on this deferred demand. It's first thing. And second thing, it's just to support your employees. Second thing, now it's absolutely amazing time to reach your customers by social medias. And of course, you need to involve all your employees to this activity. Maybe they are not social managers, okay? But they have their smartphones, and they're experts, they're managers, they know things about your industry. They can share some content, they can communicate with customers, existing customers, and potential customers, because now it's a really good time to approach target audience by social media, even if they were not your customers before. It's a good time to entertain them. It's a good time to approach them. It doesn't bring you any money, of course, it's clear. It's just about PR. It helps you to empower your image. And for example, some people from medical industry, we have very nice client, amazing guys from New York area. They have dental office in the area, and as you understand, they're closed now. They have some not very big amount or not very big income from these emergency services. What do? They send emails with a very useful, smart advice. They conduct webinars. And the owner of this company, his name Vladimir, and he is very skillful dental doctor, and he's pretty adult one. He's 70 years old, and but he's very agile, very bright person, and he conducts webinars for his patients just to explain how to deal with this situation, how to empower their immunity, and also how to care about their mouth, their teeth, how to deal with different problems. And also, of course, he teaches potential patients about procedures, about different materials in this area, different services. But the main idea, of course, they don't have any money from these webinars. They don't have anything from this activity, but this way they keep these communication lines. So they keep this communication, and they keep their public, their audience, they keep focus on the company, on the service, which is really very smart. And this is one of the ways how you can use your staff, your employees now during this idle period. It's second thing. And one more advice for you, of course, because the situation in usually this kind of situations when we close our doors and because of the government orders, it takes 2 months, maybe it will take more. So you need to be prepared, and you need to try to cut all their expenses that you can lower, what you can cut. Of course, you have this question like, okay, where can I get money? We have some governmental support, but usually it comes too late, and it's not enough. Look at this. You already have this business for years, maybe for decades. And you already invested in this business enormous amount of money and your efforts, your time. Can you imagine how much your business really costs? Of course, not in this situation. Now there are so many companies, they are on the brink of bankruptcy, and this is why it's not a good time to evaluate your business and try to sell it. But the truth is, the real price, the real value of a business is very high. So now it makes sense to save it. It makes sense to fight for this. Because anyway, when it comes to restaurants, people will visit restaurants because we love it. And it's so boring, really. I already am so bored because of this home food. And look at me. I'm Russian. I'm pretty good when it comes to how to use my range and microwave oven. You know, we know how to cook, but it's boring. I cannot wait until restaurants open. I cannot wait my Russian restaurants, Poland restaurants, Mexican, Italian ones, American restaurants around. I cannot wait when they open, and finally I can I can get there. So and all the people are the same. They're waiting for this. But there is a question, if your business will survive until this moment. And this is why sometimes it really makes sense to borrow some money, to get some credit, and to support your business. Because, you know, there is such evaluation. For example, if you lose your people, usually the price of this to fire and to hire after at least 6 months of salary or more. It depends on the position. So technically it makes sense to pay your employees just to keep them at the job, keep you at your company, just to pay them for this. It's cheaper than to lose them and to try after to hire new ones, to teach them again, to train them, to teach them, to hire them. And this moment, you wouldn't be able to provide your customers with the service. So that's my idea is, it's just part number 3 or third idea. First, it's about keep your employees. Second is about social media and to maintain, to support connection with your public. And the third one, borrow some money, support your business financially. Now it's the right time to invest. Finally, now we are all startuppers now. And this is why we invest. And maybe we will not get a decent return on the investment for a while. But you have to save your business because it's very expensive. Do it.